distinguished guests, on behalf of the Government of Madhya Pradesh, it is my privilege to welcome you to this strategic dialogue on Asean-Madhya Pradesh trade and investment. Respected Chief Secretary, Shri Anurag Jain sir, thank you for presiding over this important engagement. I extend my special welcome to the distinct heads of mission from ASEAN nations who have traveled to Bhopal to explore partnership opportunities with Madhya Pradesh. His Excellency Dato Muzaffar Shah Mustafa, High Commissioner of Malaysia to India and Chair of ASEAN New Delhi Cooperation. His Excellency Nguyen Than Hai, Ambassador of Vietnam to India. His Excellency Ms. Rat Mani, Ambassador of Cambodia to India. Her Excellency Ms. Shavnard Thangsamphan, Ambassador of Thailand to India. His Excellency Mr. Carlito Nunez, Ambassador of Timor-Leste to India. Mr. Yudo Sasongko, Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of Indonesia. Mr. Sayafi Al-Wali Pengiran Abu Bakr, Second Secretary, High Commission of Brunei Darussalam. Your presence here honors Madhya Pradesh and demonstrates ASEAN's interest in engaging with India's progressive states. We are also privileged to have with us Shri Prashant Agrawal sir, Additional Secretary South from the Ministry of External Affairs, whose presence validates the importance Government of India attaches to state-level ASEAN partnerships. I also welcome representatives of FIO, Export Promotion Councils, and distinguished industrialists and entrepreneurs from Madhya Pradesh who are here to present concrete partnership opportunities to our ASEAN friends. To start the series of welcome, I'll now request Principal Secretary's Department of Industrial Policy and Investment Promotion, Shri Raghavan sir, to welcome His Excellency the High Commissioner of Malaysia to India. I'll now request PS sir to welcome respected CS sir. I'll also request PS sir to welcome Shri Prashant Agrawal sir, Additional Secretary South from Ministry of External Affairs. Now, talking about today's format, here's how the next 1 hour and 30 minutes will unfold in front of us. First, we'll set the context. Madhya Pradesh will present why ASEAN should engage with us. ASEAN leadership will frame the partnership framework. Government of India will share the national perspective. Honorable Chief Secretary sir will share our state's vision. Then we move on to the heart of our dialogue. ASEAN heads of mission will share country-specific opportunities. Each speaker shall have 2 minutes each to make their presentation. Indian industry and export councils will then present their own capabilities. And most importantly, at the end, we'll have open 20 minutes of facilitated dialogue, wherein you ask the questions, you raise issues that need government intervention, you propose specific partnerships, and we identify and come out with concrete steps that may be taken. I will now request the organizer team to first run the Invest Madhya Pradesh AV.
If you seek a land wherein finite possibilities meet boundless opportunities, if you see the nation's largest solar and hydropower plants exist alongside one another on Narmada River, if you're passing through Asia's longest high-speed automotive testing track, if you find more than 300 pharma and medical devices or medtech companies in one land and medicines being exported to 160 countries, if you witness a thriving agricultural ecosystem that produces 27% of India's organic crops and as many as 11 agroclimatic zones, which is the highest in the nation. If you're exploring a vast industrial land bank of more than 1 lakh acres, if you're not facing land and labor issues at all, if you're finding ample raw material for cotton, silk and man-made fiber, if you meet talent from India's first global skills park, IIT, IIM, NID, NIFT, MANET, and many prestigious institutions near you, if you have access to multiple airstrips and 6 world-class airports for connectivity and doing business with ease, if you see a defense hub emerging, if natural resources are in abundance and readily available at your factory's doorstep, if you're awed by World Heritage Sites, wildlife around you, and blessed by spiritual, divine destinations symbolizing India's timeless traditions. If you're looking to expand your business in an ecosystem that offers unparalleled ease and comprehensive support from the government, if you experience dynamic leadership and investor-centric policies, creating an ecosystem for the next industrial revolution. When you find infinite possibilities align in one place, you know you are in Madhya Pradesh, the heart of India, where tradition meets innovation and opportunities are ever expanding. The state is building the foundation of a Viksit Madhya Pradesh and contributing actively to the vision of a Viksit Bharat. Come to Madhya Pradesh, the land of infinite possibilities.
I now invite Principal Secretary of the Department of Industrial Policy and Investment Promotion, Shri Raghaven Kumar Singh Sir, to present Madhya Pradesh's value proposition to ASEAN. Sir, over to you.
Vande Mataram, Honorable Chief Secretary Sir, Honorable His Excellency Dato Muzaffar Shah Mustafa, ASEAN Chair representing Malaysia and ASEAN, Honorable His Excellency Nguyen Thanh Hai, Ambassador from Vietnam, Honorable Ma'am Her Excellency Ratmani, Ambassador from Cambodia in India and Sri Lanka, Honorable His Excellency Carlito Nunes, Ambassador from Timor-Leste, Honorable Ma'am Chawnat Thang Sum Fund, Ambassador from Thailand, Honorable Deputy Chief of Mission Yudho Sasongko from Indonesia, Honorable His Excellency Penguin Mohammad Shafi Al-Wali bin Penguin Abu Bakr, Second Secretary High Commission Brunei. It's my privilege to welcome all of you to this session. Friends, I would love to present the case of Madhya Pradesh, which is situated in the center of our great country, India. And as our Prime Minister has envisioned that India will turn its policy of look east towards act east. So now this is time of action, and we are very privileged that first time such a big delegation from ASEAN countries has come to Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh, you will see that it is situated in the heart of India, but it's well connected, and if you take the situation of Madhya Pradesh, you will find that many corridors pass through, expressways pass through Madhya Pradesh. That makes this a very viable case of having any kind of industry situated in the heart of India, so that you can have, if you see that transportation problem, or if you can have logistic warehousing, anything, so that the location of Madhya Pradesh is very advantageous. Madhya Pradesh is second largest province in geographical area in India. We have largest forest cover, around 30-32% of our entire geographical area is covered by forest. We are fifth largest in population terms, so that makes us fifth largest consumer market in India. We are leading producers of diamond, copper, manganese ore, limestone, and others. We can be called to limestone capital, cement capital of India. We are the second cleanest state in India. We have the cleanest city in Indore. Our capital, Bhopal, is the cleanest state capitals in India. We have robust infrastructure. We have 8 airports, 5 economic corridors. We have surplus power, more than 31 gigawatt capacity, out of which 20% is generated through new and renewable energy sources. And as Honorable Prime Minister sir has given the vision of having 550 gigawatt capacity from new and renewable energy sources, Madhya Pradesh will try to have 5 times more capacity in 2030 than it is having today. So that will make around 50% in our energy bouquet from new and renewable energy sources. We have 1,000 million cubic meters of industrial water. Total, if we see the exports from Madhya Pradesh to ASEAN countries, is around $500 million, and out of which Thailand is $151 million, Vietnam $134 million, Malaysia $114 million. The pattern which we have observed that basically exports are dominated by pharmaceuticals and healthcare, and we have significant contributions from metals, industrial inputs, textiles, agriculture, food processing, and engineering goods. We have, with the support of central government, geographically we have well managed and well built industrial parks with the support of Government of India. So investment opportunities are there in the northern part of Madhya Pradesh, that is towards Morena and Gwalior, towards the western part in the Medical Devices Park and PM Mitra Park in Ujjain and Dhar, and towards the middle, the Raisen and Naradapuram Plastic Park and Renewable Energy Equipment Manufacturing Park. So you can have specifically built park tailor-made for your requirements in these sectors. Now, Madhya Pradesh provides you very good incentives for your investment. In case of private industrial parks, we give 50% on fixed capital expenses. We give stamp duty exemption of 100%, 50% support on green industrialization. And if you locate your industry anywhere in Madhya Pradesh, we can give you capital subsidy on plant and machinery up to 40% of your investment. Over and above this capital subsidy, you can get multipliers for employment, for export, for working in private areas, priority areas, and FDI multiples. And these multiples have been written here. We can also get 50% green industrialization and infrastructure development support, export freight assistance of 50% up to 40 lakhs Indian rupees per year, up to 2 crores in 5 years. 25% of expenditure in standalone research and development facilities, and 40% of VGF in industrial housing sector. So we also give you power tariff rebate as per state's annual tariff plan orders. We have provided in our policies some additional incentives in 10 select sectors. The information that will be given to you by our officers in digital as well as non-digital form. Why to invest in Madhya Pradesh? So we, as a state, give you the kind of confidence, the kind of ecosystem where you will find that there is ease of doing business. We have been consistently ranked among top states in ease of doing business. We have been top achievers in the Business Reform Action Plan of 2022 and recently held BRAP 2024, where we received 4 awards from central government. We have been the first state who have gone for Jan Vishwas Act. We have confidence in investors. We have confidence in our citizens. Confidence of doing business. We have single window system integrated with national single window system, GIS-based land allotment system, and investment promotion assistance is given online through direct benefit transfer. In previous year, to small, medium, and large industries, we have given more than 5,000 crores of Indian rupees to our industries. The speed of doing business is there in Madhya Pradesh. You can start your business in 30 days, 54 services of 13 departments. You can get simplified clearances based on portal. Cost of doing business, and that is the most important thing, I believe. We have, if we discuss factors of production, be it land, labor, water, electricity, raw material, everything factors of production are very, very low in Madhya Pradesh, and that will give you a good return on your investment. Opportunities of investment are there for ASEAN countries. Agriculture, food processing and dairy processing sector. We can go for processing, preservation and packaging, warehousing, logistics. We can create food parks. Renewable energy sector, we have solar sector, we have pump hydro storage, we have wind. So these are the sectors where you can go for renewable energy, and renewable energy equipment manufacturing can also be done in Madhya Pradesh in big way. Pharmaceutical and medical devices, we have medical devices park in Ujjain, that is towards the western part of Madhya Pradesh. You can go for APIs, vaccines, biopharmaceuticals, biotech, and medical devices. So these are the sectors where you can have some interest. In the sector of fintech, IT, electronic system design and manufacturing and startup, we have opportunities here. Electric vehicle, automobile and auto components, Madhya Pradesh is one of the most prominent states in India. In textile and garments, we are doing well. And tourism sector is very, very important in Madhya Pradesh. But there will be a presentation from tourism department today. Finally, I will just leave you with a message from one of our investors. We have given land to Mr. Sameer Gupta, Chairman Managing Director of Jackson Group. He has his ground-breaking ceremony on 17th of November, that is just 2 days back. And with the support of the state government, he has decided that the first product from his factory will come out on 15th of July. So that is the kind of speed of business.
मुख्यमंत्री जी बहुत-बहुत
I will
धन्यवाद.
just let you hear.
सब जो यहाँ उपस्थित हैं, सरकार का अफसरों का जो कोऑपरेशन मिला, मैं इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा कि जो देश का ग्रोथ हो रहा है आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के लीडरशिप में, वही मध्य प्रदेश का ग्रोथ हो रहा है आपके नेतृत्व में. और अगर एक कारण है यहाँ पे मक्सी में इन्वेस्टमेंट करने का, वो है मुख्यमंत्री जी का स्वभाव, उनका स्नेह, जिस तरह से उन्होंने हमारा स्वागत करा, जिस तरह से सबने हमारा वेलकम करा. हमारे को बाकी स्टेट्स में भी इतने इन्विटेशंस थे, बट सब जगह जाके हमने फाइनली मक्सी को ही चूज करा. यहाँ पर 8,000 करोड़ का निवेश हम कर रहे हैं अगले 3 साल में, और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ ये अनाउंस करने में कि पहला फेज हमारा जुलाई 15, 2026 में ही कमीशन हो जाएगा. और मैं मुख्यमंत्री जी से आग्रह करूंगा कि अपना तब भी समय निकाल के उसके इनॉग्रेशन के लिए आएं. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
So that is the kind of confidence Madhya Pradesh gives you. You have your groundbreaking ceremony on 17th of November 2025. You are going to have your first production coming out of your factory on 15th of July 2026. So with these words, Madhya Pradesh gives you tremendous opportunities, infinite opportunities, I will say. Welcome here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving such a comprehensive overview of MP's strengths and opportunities. As you all can see, Madhya Pradesh is not just geographically central to India, but we are becoming central to India's manufacturing and export story also. I will now request Mr. Vivek Jood to give his insights on tourism offerings of Madhya Pradesh.
Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, senior leader. Hello. Senior leadership from the state government, esteemed guests from the various industries and trades, ladies and gentlemen, an extremely warm and hearty welcome to the city of lakes and more so, the heart of incredible India. A state which has a problem of plenty, let me just quickly give you a sneak peek of what MP has to offer and as to why you should not settle just yet and come back for more. Can we have the presentation, please?
When I open my eyes to a day of glee, nature's abode is where I want to be. Enchanted by its scenic charms, I desire to bask in its blissful arms. When the going gets tough and triumph upholds, I wish to rejoice my victories amidst the brave and the bold. The adventure then unveils, and to the courageous roars and soaring hopes, I bow down and hail. For the times when the spirit is at peace, I seek the divine, and uncertainty I seize. Purity. Power. Passion and pleasure. The feelings that reside within are all I want to treasure. Beauty, adventure, peace and culture are my inner call.
थोड़ा कल्पना कीजिए ओनली इमेजिनेशन फिर बोलते समझ गए तो आर्ट नहीं समझे तो मॉडर्न आर्ट आप लोग घूम रहे भेड़ा खा
I am the heart, and I desire it all. मध्य प्रदेश, सब कुछ जो दिल चाहे.
Next. Why Madhya Pradesh? It's a beautiful confluence of heritage, wildlife, adventure, culture, art and craft, and culinary delights, as we saw in the AV. The state is a welcoming destination for spiritual seekers, nature lovers, and food enthusiasts. A rich Buddhist heritage and footprint dating back to the 3rd century BC, scenic hill stations and breathtaking landscapes, and a gastronomical wonder and delight for both vegetarians and meat lovers. Next. Next. The tourist footfall in the past few years have seen an incredible growth. We are now touching almost 13.5 crore footfall, which is being recorded in 2024 and 25, and we are yet counting. Next. Home to 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Khajuraho, Sanchi, and Bhimbetka. Next. 15 heritage sites of Madhya Pradesh which are in the tentative list in UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Next. Next. We are also proud to be crowned as the Tiger State, the Leopard State, the Vulture State, Gharial State, Wolf State, and we also boast of 24 wildlife sanctuaries, 11 national parks, and 9 tiger reserves. Next. Only state to have cheetahs. So we boast of cheetahs in our state as well, only in the country. Year-round festivals and events, these are our marquee events which are scheduled every year without fail. And people from all across the globe, they schedule themselves to be part of these events, which are Khajuraho Dance Festival, which is a marquee event which happens in Khajuraho in the temple compound. Then annual Tansin Music Festival in Gwalior, which is again a very marquee event of tourism and culture. And these are various other festivals which are land water activity based festivals and which attract a lot of international and national attention. Next. Few of the glimpses of the events that we just spoke about and the experiences that we offer during these events. Responsible tourism, a very delicate touch to the responsible towards responsible tourism, and we are committed towards the local communities, maintaining their cultural heritage and also protecting the natural environment and also upgrading their livelihoods. We have been awarded and recognized for our work globally. These are few of our achievements. Latest achievements: Sabarwani near Pachmadi, Craft Village Pranpur near Chanderi, and Ladpura Khas near Orcha. These are our success stories. Again, few experiences. Art and craft, we are home to 7 tribes and 45 sub-tribes in Madhya Pradesh. So we have a plethora of offerings in terms of what we need to offer in art and craft and culture. Every 50 kilometers, you have a new delicacy, but what remains the constant is the hospitality and the ownership of, giving a lifetime experience to our visitors and our guests. Next. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. Let me now invite the chair of the ASEAN New Delhi Committee, Your Excellency Dato Muzaffar Shah Mustafa, High Commissioner of Malaysia to India, to set the framework for ASEAN-India partnership from diplomatic perspective. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very much. Shri Anurag Jain, Chief Secretary to the Government of Madhya Pradesh, Shri Prashant Agrawal, Additional Secretary of the Ministry of External Affairs, Shri Raghvendra Kumar Singh, Principal Secretary, Additional Secretary, Secretaries, Senior Government Officials of Madhya Pradesh, and all the participants for this event today. First and foremost, I would like to express our appreciation. I'm representing all the ASEAN heads of mission today. I would like to express our sincere appreciation to the government of Madhya Pradesh for receiving us and for the warm hospitality and also for organizing this event today. The purpose of our visit, this is a joint effort by the 11 ASEAN missions based in New Delhi to promote and as part of our outreach and awareness program to different states in India. When I took over the chairmanship of the ASEAN New Delhi Committee, I proposed Madhya Pradesh as our destination for our visit because as I can see, Madhya Pradesh in terms of our relation still we have not reached the full potential of our relation. This is where I believe our visit today would provide a new impetus for all the ASEAN countries to look for more opportunities and also areas of common interest between ASEAN countries and also Madhya Pradesh in particular. Of course, we come as representing our individual country, but of course, we also come as under the banner of ASEAN, 11 ASEAN countries, which recently Timor-Leste has been included as part of the ASEAN family. So altogether, we are 11 as members currently. We are currently, ASEAN is very much an intergovernmental organization, but we are moving very fast towards a more integrated regional organization in terms of under the what we call the ASEAN community, be it political, economy, and also social and cultural. So we are more than 600 million population. We like to also to encourage businesses in Madhya Pradesh to explore ASEAN as a market. It's a market of 600 million population. We have a growing middle class population in ASEAN. So this is also in the interest of currently ASEAN ranked 4th in terms of the ASEAN as a regional ranked 4th in terms of the largest trading partner for India. But at the moment, the flow of our trade and business is more from ASEAN countries to India. So this is also, I believe, we like to also to explore how we want to create more balanced trade and business relation with India. So we want to also to invite businesses and also investment from Madhya Pradesh to explore ASEAN. But please also allow me, because as I mentioned, we also come as an individual country. We want also to promote myself representing Malaysia, which wish also to promote, to sell Malaysia to Madhya Pradesh, and you can also see Malaysia as your potential partner in terms of business and also investment. Just allow me to also to mention that, for example, like for Malaysia, in 2024, in terms of our GDP, we have reached USD 421 billion for our GDP last year. Our current national priorities focus on strengthening advanced manufacturing through the new Industrial Master Plan 2030, expanding our semiconductor ecosystem under the National Semiconductor Strategy, accelerating digital trade and data-driven services through the digital economy blueprint, and advancing renewable energy and green technology under the National Energy Transition Roadmap. With these policies, Malaysia is building a more innovative, sustainable, and investment-friendly economy, one that is ready to deepen cooperation with India and explore new opportunities with dynamic states such as Madhya Pradesh. Malaysia's partnership with India remains central to our economic engagement. The elevation of our bilateral relation to a comprehensive strategic partnership in August 2024 has opened new avenues in technology, manufacturing, connectivity, and services. Bilateral trade between Malaysia and India stands at 18.2 billion last year, supported by complementarities in petrochemicals, electronic, healthcare, agri-food, renewable energy, logistics, and ICT. From the regional angle, ASEAN's ongoing review of ASEAN-India Trade in Goods Agreement will further modernize market access and strengthen the environment for closer economic cooperation. Maybe I would not prolong my remark today, but anyway, what important is Malaysia looks forward to exploring opportunities together With Madhya Pradesh, with shared commitment of and sustained dialogue, we can strengthen our economic partnership, create new pathways for investment, and deliver tangible benefits for businesses and communities on both sides. With that, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for concisely outlining ASEAN's strategic interests and partnership priorities with India. I would now like to invite Shri Prashant Agrawal, sir, Additional Secretary MEA, to outline Government of India's perspective on ASEAN-MP engagement.
Thank you. Namaskar and good afternoon, Excellencies and distinguished guests. I would like to begin by thanking the Honorable Chief Secretary for his time today, and specifically thanking Principal Secretary Shri Raghavendra Kumar Singh Ji, Principal Secretary DIPIP, senior government officials, and the entire team of the state of Madhya Pradesh for this engagement, as also for this very important visit of ASEAN ambassadors to MP. I think why MP was chosen and the inherent strengths of the state have been very amply and very clearly borne out by the presentations that have been made. So I think they don't need any further dwelling, and I'm sure our colleague ambassadors are now well aware of the strengths that MP brings on the table. From the central government perspective, as has been mentioned by previous speakers, as enunciated by Prime Minister Modi, India's Act East policy's fulcrum is the Southeast Asian region. These 11 countries are very important partners. We enjoy a historically strong connect, but we are also moving into new areas of engagement with them. I will give just one example that the leading investing country from this region invests more than $143 billion into India. Several sovereign wealth funds have been active in India, and they are scouting for more opportunities. Our trade with this region as a whole has been $123 billion. ASEAN is doing well. They export $84 billion, and we export $39 billion. So I think our task, and I think exporters and private sector of Madhya Pradesh, I think our role is very cut out. Prime Minister's vision is to make for India, but make for the world. And I think there are immense opportunities for us to, to work with ASEAN countries. In the presentations, tourism has been highlighted, and one cannot overemphasize the importance of tourism and people-to-people contact. While we send 4.5 million, 45 lakh tourists to the ASEAN region every year, but we could get many more tourists from ASEAN region. I think we do give, a very convenient e-visa to all of them, and at least to 3 countries on reciprocity basis, Malaysia, Philippines, and Thailand, we also give free e-visas. I think one thing, sir, which would be helpful perhaps would be to explore greater air connectivity with Southeast Asia. If I can give example, with 2 countries on this table, we have more than 500 weekly flights from various state capitals, and I think Bhopal could easily be added to that list. Some of the areas that we have been working with our partner countries are renewable energy, semiconductors, data centers, net zero industrial parks, skilling, innovation, fintech, rare earths, AI, green energy, pharmaceutical and medical devices. These are all sunrise sectors. Many of these are emerging sectors, and many of these are already listed on the state's priority, as was also mentioned to us by the Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Governor today and yesterday, who also mentioned automobiles and component, textiles and garments, agriculture and food processing, and petrochemicals. So the purpose of this visit is to promote and explore investments, partnerships, and joint ventures. We would be happy to work with our partner countries for the state's roadshows, promotions in these countries. And my request to the ASEAN countries present on the table would be to fully support and facilitate the state as it approaches your trade offices on business opportunities. And I would like to also reassure that that our embassies, the Indian embassies in these countries also do it on a daily basis as a matter of top priority. So we are there, sir, as facilitator. I would like to conclude that on a very small personal note. I'm immensely happy to see Madhya Pradesh being designated as the India's only cheetah state. I would also request if these presentations could be shared with us on a soft form, so we will not only circulate it to these countries, but also to our missions. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for placing this dialogue in the larger context of India's Act East policy and our valued partnership with ASEAN. I now invite Honorable Chief Secretary, sir, to share Government of Madhya Pradesh's vision and expectation from today's engagement. Please, sir.
Thank you. His Excellency Datu Muzaffar Shah Mustafa, High Commissioner from Malaysia. His Excellency Than Hai, Ambassador from Vietnam. Her Excellency Misrat Mani, Ambassador from Cambodia. His Excellency Mr. Carlito Nunes, Ambassador from Timor-Leste. Her Excellency Ms. Thang Sumphant, Ambassador from Thailand. Mr. Sasango, Deputy Chief Mission from Indonesia, and Mr. Abu Bakar, Acting High Commissioner from Brunei Darussalam. And my colleagues from GOI, special thanks to Prashant Agarwal for accompanying the whole delegation throughout the tour, our industrial friends, and all other people present in this room. First of all, let me welcome, because it is my own state, even though you have had formal welcomes, but this is my honor and privilege to welcome you here once again. Before I start, you see this building. This is a long history. In Madhya Pradesh, wherever you go, you have history. This building was constructed more than 100 years ago. And it was almost in this shape. This was actually made as a mark of respect by then Nawab. At that time we had a kingdom in Bhopal. Then we used to call Nawab. And that was also a history that it had 4 successive female leaders. That's very rare in world. That is the history of Bhopal. So it was made for Lord Minto. After independence, this became our Legislative Assembly Hall. And then it became a college. Sorry, it became a ladies' college. Then it became an assembly hall. And when we built our own new assembly hall, that time, this building was, you can't imagine, it was pure white. Because over a period of time, people had painted this rich thing from inside and had created a lot of other structures in this hall. So thereafter, thanks to MP Tourism, we took up the project of renovation of the building and putting it to the past glory. So I would like, in case people have time at the end, you can show the film of this building itself. That will be good to look at. All India perspective has been brought in by Prashant. But we start with, basically, when we talk about Indian policies. In the last 11 years since Prime Minister Modi has come, he gave one mantra to the nation: reform, perform, transform. And that is what all the government departments have started working on over a period of time. To quote certain examples, in ease of doing business, India was ranked 141 in 2014. In 2020 World Bank ranking, India continued to rise, and in 2020, India rose to 63. And thereafter, the World Bank stopped ranking. Otherwise, I'm sure if the ranking were to be done today, India, in ease of doing business terms, would be in the top 25 or top 30 countries for sure. I can say with confidence because I've been Secretary, Industries, Government of India, who used to look after this program. Lot of water has flown. Almost all laws have been changed and they have been made investor friendly. Second, Innovation Index. In 2014, India was ranked as 81 in the world. Now India is ranked 38th. In 11 years on the Innovation Index, again, Industries Department used to look after these patent laws, etc. Lot of good work has been done, and the way our young Indian fellows, yesterday when I was having dinner with our excellencies, I was told, I mean, it is not that I said so. Some of the excellencies told me that the young Indian mind, the young Indian talent is the most hardworking talent on earth, which is true, which we see the reflection world over. So that is the same kind of talent you will get if you come and invest in India. Now look at the FDI policy. I can say with reasonable assurance that India is the most open FDI policy in the world. There's hardly any, most of the things are on the automatic route. We have some restrictions on the geographical origin of money. For obvious reasons, every country wants to save itself on the strategic front. But the countries you are from, most of the investments are on the automatic route. So you don't need to bother. With this thing, the government of India, they have taken up with the states because investment actually happens in a state. Every place, every plot of land. Actually, we are a federal country. So if you want to move forward, you need support of government of India on one hand. On another hand, you need to ensure that the state is also with you. So to nudge the behavior of the states, lot of ranking things have started happening. So we have been given ease of doing business agenda, and every year the ranking is done. Madhya Pradesh has done very well on this. In last ranking which came out, Madhya Pradesh is the top achiever. We weren't. It is not that they were ranking 1, 2, 3. There were, I think, 6 or 7 states which were ranked in the topmost bracket, and Madhya Pradesh is one of them. Our single window, as my colleague mentioned, I would like all investors to see. Sitting in your country, of course, nobody will take that kind of risk, but technically, sitting in your own country, you can book a plot of land in Madhya Pradesh and purchase it online. That is a transparent process we follow. My colleague talked about one foundation which happened on 17th of November, and it's a thing of future, that the investor is confident that on 15th of July next year, he would have his first production out. I'll tell you a real story. Last year, 4th of December, Cabinet passed an order deciding of setting up a renewable energy park, renewable energy equipment manufacturing park in a place called Babai Mahasa, which is about 100 kilometers from Bhopal. 7th of December, we had the land allocations. The whole park was sold out. My colleagues, they are developing the infrastructure, but pari passu, we allotted the land, and the industries are creating their own infrastructure, their own buildings. The stage of the development is such that the first commercial operation is expected in the last quarter, that is between January to December. You can go, almost things are nearing completion. So that is the pace of implementation in this state. So when your investment comes, and given the kind of trade agreements which is being renegotiated also between India and ASEAN countries, but even the existing trade agreement gives you the protections. So the investors from these ASEAN countries, we will open, and our policies, I'll comment on some policies also, and they are equally applicable for foreign investors. It is not that we give those incentives only to our investors. We give it to So for FDI, there is an additional benefit. This year, we had our Global Investor Summit around 25th of February 2025, 24th of February 2025, we revamped all our policies. 80 new policies were declared. And our team worked very hard with all the prospective investors. And there were huge commitments like whatever happens. And I remember our journalist friends raising this kind of questions, that every year this jamboree happens, or every alternate year it happens, but actual result on the ground is hardly anything. But our team is working. I would like to share just one statistic. From February to we are sitting in November. 9 months have not completed. In this small period, total grounding of projects, that is, we have allotted land or something has started on ground, concrete step, it is no more paper. Some concrete step has started, is $100 billion investment in this state in the last 9 months. And in that, I would take away $40 billion because it is mining. Mining takes 4 to 5 years to mature. But $60 billion is manufacturing. That is the kind of work which is being done in Madhya Pradesh. So I would request all our friends from ASEAN to please encourage your investors. It is the speed of implementation, it is ease of doing business in Madhya Pradesh which you will find. And especially when you saw the interview of statement of one of the investors, he talked about our chief minister, that he's so friendly. So you'll find the bureaucracy is open, we are accessible. So that is how we should take it forward. Second important part is trade. So I think very certain things about industries have been said, so I'll not get into the specifics, what are the strength of Madhya Pradesh. They are the things which we can export. Through Shikhar, I'll request that, through Prashant, I'll request that we can actually have more dialogue and we can have more business-to-business connect. Finally, business doesn't happen between us. Business happens when we have business-to-business connect. So we should facilitate business-to-business connect. The first facilitation I would suggest, we can plan it out even through VC. When I was Secretary Industries, I used to organize a lot of business-to-business connects on the VC. Because given the technology, nowadays, of course, person-to-person meeting gives you much more confidence. But the ice-breaking can happen on the VC. Preliminary exploration, what we can do, what you can do, what we can export to you, what you can export to us. Preliminary things can be settled, and thereafter the actual visits happen, it will make things much faster. So if I would request to facilitate this kind of an interaction. Third is tourism. Tourism, we just saw the kind of things. We have 3 World Heritage Sites, and as I am told today, you will be visiting 2 of them. First one is, so just for some piece of information to other colleagues, I know Excellencies have heard me yesterday on the dinner table, but for you it is a repetition, but for other colleagues, you will be going to Bhimbetka, where it is, we have caves which were habited 100 and 1,000 years old story. It's a continuous habitation since then. There are traces of that. But more importantly, what is proven is the rock paintings. They are 30,000 years old rock paintings, which is the second oldest rock painting anywhere in the world after the Suwali's island of Indonesia. So that is how this state is blessed. Many of the ASEAN countries have Buddhism, which is important religion there. We have Sanchi. You will be going to Sanchi after this. There, Sanchi has relics of Buddha's chief disciples, Sariputra and Moggallana, Mahamoggallana. So you will, I'm sure in the itinerary you would have included a light and sound show. So you please enjoy that show. Excellencies were talking about Khajuraho yesterday night. That is also more than, so the Sanchi is about 300 BC. So it's about 2,300-year-old story. Khajuraho, where we have our dance festival, which was shown every year. This is more than 1,000-year-old Jain and Hindu temples. It's a beautiful architecture. It is seen to be believed. And There, the connectivity through flight is from Delhi directly, 1 hour. Going from here, it is farther. So I would suggest you should take out time and visit Khajuraho. In addition to that, as our colleague showed, there are 15 more sites which are now in the tentative list of World Heritage Sites. So it's a process which will follow and they'll all become World Heritage Sites. So many World Heritage Sites in one state. And as it was brought out, like we have 9 tiger reserves, highest number of national parks. So it's a beautiful state. So you should encourage tourism. So when we have, so let's organize tourism colleague, I would request, and I would request Prashant, you to we should have business to, it's a tour operator connect which actually creates the thing. Otherwise, if I request embassies and embassies request us, some impact will come. We can reach out only to certain people. But the real impact comes when we connect business to business. So we should have a tour operator connect with our MP tourism. That is what I will request to facilitate. To end, you are all guests. We have a culture of Atithi Devo Bhav. Atithi Devo Bhav is basically India's culture, which actually roughly translates into we treat our guests as gods. I hope you had the same experience with us. And in case of any assistance required, you are here for one more day. Today you are seeing Sanchi and Bhimbetka. And tomorrow I understand you are going to see the museum. And in case you want to take out time, I would suggest my colleagues to plan out a trip in the morning to One Vihar for the people who volunteer. It's an excellent drive I can recommend. It's basically you have an open zoo. It's a 10 square kilometer reserve forest and 25 square kilometer of water body together. Such things are not easily available in urban areas. Of course, for enjoying such things, you have to go to forest areas. Once again, I welcome you, wish you good luck, and we look forward to further engagements with ASEAN countries and hope that we have more connect, we engage more in business, we are able to export more and import more from ASEAN countries, and we are able to have more person-to-person exchange and more exchange of visitors, tourists. With that hope, I close. And since for some reason I think the program started a little late, I have got another meeting. So I would excuse myself. My colleague will be here to answer your queries. Thank you so much. Let me just share my card with you. This is my card. In case of any issue, you can reach out to me.
We all heard Chief Secretary, sir, and we would like to thank sir for clearly articulating MP government's commitment towards strengthening its partnership with ASEAN partner nations. So ladies and gentlemen, now we have completed our context setting phase. But before we move on to the next phase of roundtable discussions, I would request the organizer team to please play the AV on Minto Hall.
Minto Hall, the epitome of Bhopali culture. So distinctive, yet so familiar. The Nawabi culture, their earthy nazakat, their humor, their fancies. Interestingly, Minto Hall was also the result of the dream of the Nawab Begum Sultan Jahan of Bhopal, who wanted to outperform her contemporaries in keeping the British rulers in good humor. Designed as a replica of the royal crown of King George V, the Minto Hall had always been the crown on Bhopal's head. From the day it was conceived as the royal guest house for hosting British generals, then as a skating rink, a college, and later as a part of the police headquarters. Finally, its grandeur and its pillar-less high-rise ceiling made it most suitable for housing the most important pillar of democracy, the legislature, the Assembly of Madhya Pradesh, for close to 5 decades. As democracy flourished, came up a new building for the assembly, and Minto Hall found a new hope to restore its pristine glory.
Conservation of heritage is something that is normally missing in our discourses. So when this project came to us for converting this Minto Hall into a convention center, we decided that we'll go for an International Heritage Convention Center.
The Minto Hall, in its new avatar, is finally dressed up to be a crown on India's head, let alone Bhopal. This building has been witness to many historical events, but it is now set to become an iconic structure to facilitate futuristic discourses.
This is a blend of modernity and tradition. So now we did this project in such a way that the tradition remained. Same time, the modern features are incorporated into the International Convention Center, like a building management system, like audio visuals, HAVC systems, and all other Wi-Fi facilities, all modern features which International Convention Center used to have, we have it here.
Restoring its original character was a big challenge, and equally big was the challenge to make its architecture in tune with future requirements. As each layer unfolded during its restoration, it turned out to be an architectural wonder.
The original style, the original designs, patterns, etc. were almost hidden almost everywhere. We tried to imagine what the building must have been. We did a lot of research. Unfortunately, not much material is available. So again, we had to rely upon our own wisdom, experience, and of course, a lot of photographs that we collected of the life in those days, of the life of Nawabs in those days. And then we started imagining that how this building must have been conceived at that time.
In 27 years, between 1909 and 1936, the Minto Hall was built at a total cost of rupees 3 lakhs. And now, the restoration alone, spanning over 30 months, has cost approximately 65 crores. The whole complex is spread over an area of over 43,000 square meters, of which approximately 1/6 is covered. Now, the restored Minto Hall will be a place where up to 1,180 persons can sit to discuss serious issues while appreciating the finesse of arts, culture, and aesthetics. Set in contemporary look, the amenities include world-class acoustics, a rooftop restaurant, serene ambience, outdoor banquets, and so many add-ons.
Internationally, the convention centers have a lot of requirements in terms of pre-function area, in terms of multiple conference rooms, breakaway sessions. We had to take care of all that. We had to ensure that the entire building was air-conditioned and it could cater to the requirement of any international gathering. But at the same time, the primary requirement was to ensure that its heritage character is retained.
The names of various halls take us back to old memories to highlight and celebrate the important and historical role played by them in the development of Bhopal. First and foremost, the main hall is named after Bhopal's founder Raja Bhoj. Other names make one nostalgic. Nawab Shah Jahan Begum Hall, Nawab Sultan Jahan Begum Room, Nawab Qudsiya Begum Room, Nawab Hamidullah Hall, Nawab Sikandar Jahan Room. The media room has most appropriately been named after legendary Makhan Lal Chaturvedi. The biggest achievement of this restoration project has been to prove to the world that adaptive reuse of our heritage can be a matter of pride, and this iconic structure should inspire future generations to similarly treat their heritage buildings. Come, let's weave the dreams of a prosperous India and carve out its path in this pride of Bhopal.
Now we move on to the next phase of this session today. Around this table, we have the 7 ASEAN nations with specific market needs and partnership interests. We also have Indian industrialists with products and services ready for export to ASEAN markets. Export Council representatives with specific sectoral experiences are with us. And we also have in the room the government facilitators who are ready to enable partnerships between the entities. I now invite our ASEAN heads of missions to share their high-level perspectives. Each speaker is requested to kindly try and finish their presentation in 3 minutes. Let me start with His Excellency Nguyen Thanh Hai, Ambassador of Vietnam to India. Please, sir.
Honorable Principal Secretary Sri Ravendra Kumasi, Excellency dignitaries from the government of Madhya Pradesh, Additional Secretary Sri Prashant Agrawal from MEA, colleagues ambassador and high commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. We really appreciate this opportunity to explore Madhya Pradesh. We found the presentation. Every presentation is very helpful to learn about Madhya Pradesh dynamic economy, its richness in culture, and also lovely, places of interest. So we thank the government of Madhya Pradesh for the hospitality and for the lovely dinner, for arranging all the programs. And thank MEA, the Additional Secretary Prashant Agrawal, for his activeness in the economic diplomacy and have facilitating this trip. Vietnam joined ASEAN in promoting the relationship and cooperation between ASEAN and India. So ASEAN, the GDP, the total GDP of $4 trillion and the total population of 700 million people, I think a lot of potential for promoting cooperation between India and ASEAN in the years to come. But from Vietnam perspective, I would like to highlight 4 areas of cooperation I would like to promote with Madhya Pradesh. Number 1 is the promotion of tourism. I think promoting and generating the direct flight between Madhya Pradesh and Vietnam is important, and promoting tourists from both sides to come to each other to visit our lovely places of interest. I do believe that this is very essential. This will be a game changer because seeing is believing. The more people travel, the more we realize the opportunities from both sides. The second area is we would like to explore the opportunity for investment. As our companies go global, we would like to
see here in Madhya Pradesh all the opportunities, and I really appreciate all the documents and the presentation that you have shown us today. In fact, our company has committed more than $2 billion dollar of investment in India in different places. So we look forward to work with partners, business partners, as well as the government to promote this. And we welcome the business from Madhya Pradesh to come to Vietnam and look for opportunity for invest in Vietnam as well. The third area of priority for us is startup and innovation, because we do believe that for India and Vietnam to become a developed country by 45 for Vietnam and 47 for India, technology is the key driver. And we are pleased to, and we are ready to send our delegation, start up the business to come here and work with your incubators for, and research institute to organize hackathon and find the solution for the common problems for our business. The third area, I think, is trade. I have seen the statistic from the presentation today. Vietnam is a market of more than 102 million people with the GDP of more than $500 billion dollar. And India is a big market, so I think potential for both sides is huge. So we welcome the business from India to come to Vietnam and export to Vietnam, including the pharmaceutical products and agricultural products. And we also look opportunity to export more to Madhya Pradesh. And finally, we support, and we would like to seek the support from the government of Madhya Pradesh. And I strongly support the idea raised by the Chief Secretary that we should promote more exchange of delegation, the government to government and business to business. This will be important. So we will invite the business from Madhya Pradesh to join the trade fair in Vietnam, and we also send delegation to join trade fair and exhibition in Madhya Pradesh. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I would now request Her Excellency Ms. Rat Meny, Ambassador of Cambodia to India, to share her words.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to join my colleague of Vietnam to thank you very much, MEA, and for the organizing this opportunity for us to be here. And thank you, York State, to a very warm welcome to us. We appreciate it very much. A very good afternoon, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. Last night, I have read this index, and I try to, because the time is limited, so I would like to focus on several sectors that I think your state and Cambodia should cooperate, enhance our cooperation. First is its textile and government sector. Cambodia has a strong base and global presence in garments. So Cambodia needs much fabric production. In this regard, company in Madhya Pradesh that wish to supply of yarn and fabrics can consider to establish a networking by way of buyer-seller meet to build this collaboration. Second, Madhya Pradesh can think of exporting power and renewable energy equipment, since Cambodia needs solar energy to increase access to electricity for our rural population, lower energy cost for industry, and meet growing international demand for sustainable products. Third, farms and life sciences. I was informed just recently that the state exports medicine to more than 160 countries and I believe Cambodia is among of them. Since Cambodian people are the Indian medicines are very popular because of the affordable price and also very effective medicine. So you could, I'm sure that you already have, but please increase because the demand is increasing in Cambodia. Of course, last but not least is tourism. Cambodia and Madhya Pradesh, we both have UNESCO World Heritage Site, Angkor Wat, and Buddhist monument at Sanchi, of which I can't wait to visit this afternoon. When mentioned about Angkor Wat, I can't help recalling that the historical and cultural ties between Cambodia and India are profound, with both countries deeply influenced by Hinduism and Buddhism. Angkor was what was originated as a Hindu temple. It was later gradually transformed into a Buddhist temple. Today, it is the largest religious monument in the world, holding significance for both Hindu and Buddhist tradition. So, it is no doubt that tourism between us should be definitely promoted. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I now invite His Excellency Mr. Carlito Núñez, Ambassador of Timor-Leste to India.
Thank you. Excellencies, representative of government Madhya Pradesh, His Excellency Dato Mustafa, Chair of ASEAN New Delhi, Excellencies, distinguished head of missions of ASEAN countries to India, and Sri Prashant Agrawal, Additional Secretary of South MA of India, distinguished CAO and private sectors of Madhya Pradesh. It is a great honor for me to be here, part of this great platform, Asean-Madhya Pradesh Strategic Dialogue on Trade and Investment. Namaskar. It is my great pleasure to be here in Bhopal, the city of the only diamond producer state, the city of lakes and greenery, natural beauty. My deep gratitude to the government of Madhya Pradesh, warm reception, also hospitality during our stay in Bhopal. As you may know, Timor-Leste is a new member of ASEAN. You know, just last month we joined officially. ASEAN became 11th member. And Timor-Leste and India, we established our bilateral relations since 2003, right after Timor-Leste restores its independence in 2002. And last year, Honorable President Draupadi Murmu had her first state historical visit to Timor-Leste. And since during the Honorable President visit, we've been signed 3 agreements. One is agreement or MOU on a cultural exchange program. There's people to people. And also we signed an agreement for visa-free for who hold passport, diplomatic passport and service passport. And also we signed a MOU on media cooperation between Timor-Leste media and India media. Timor-Leste also seeking cooperation with India, especially Madhya Pradesh on agriculture, education, health, IT. I would like also to thank to central government, to Sri Prasant here just recently. India government approved State Center Excellence IT for Timor-Leste. And for trade, India and Timor-Leste last year, India export goods, mostly pharmaceutical, rice, is equivalent about 4.8 million US dollars. And it's very minor export from Timor-Leste to India. So I'm very happy to invite private sectors, investors from Madhya Pradesh to visit and to come to Timor-Leste to invest. Timor-Leste also we have gas and oil deposits and mining as well. So please come invest in Timor-Leste. I thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I would now like to invite Her Excellency Ms. Shabnat Thangsumphant, Ambassador of Thailand to India.
Namaskar, distinguished colleagues and all participants here. It's indeed my great honor to be here at this Minto Hall. And I wish to express my sincere appreciation for the warm welcome and the generous hospitality extended by the state authorities of the Madhya Pradesh. This is my first visit to Bhopal, and during my brief time here, I have been deeply impressed by the city's dynamism and its transformation into one of India's most forward-looking centers of growth. And Thailand attaches great importance to strengthening cooperation with India, including Madhya Pradesh. Our economies are naturally complementary. Thailand brings strength in manufacturing, tourism, logistics, food processing, and services, while Madhya Pradesh offers a strategic location, abundant resources, a skilled workforce, and, of course, world-class industrial and logistic corridors. The recent development of your multimodal logistic parks and infrastructure, as well as huge industrial ecosystem in Madhya Pradesh, marks a significant step forward, creating new opportunities for the state of Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh enhanced multimodal connectivity is transforming the state into a key logistic hub, linking India's hinterland with global markets. For Thai businesses, this means faster, more reliable, and more cost-effective access to India's central and northern regions. For Madhya Pradesh, Thai expertise in logistics, agri-processing, cold chain systems, tourism, and green and biopharmaceutical manufacturing, as well as jewelry business, can support the state's ambition to become a major logistics and export hub. Thailand itself is at the moment the biggest importer of your product, as you present in the presentation, and among the ASEAN member. And we look forward to welcome more and more business and investment between each other. And our government is committed to enhancing competitiveness and improving ease of doing business, as well as driving growth through tourism, advanced manufacturing, and a rapidly expanding digital economy. With our strategic location at the heart of Southeast Asia, Thailand serves as a natural bridge for India, especially Madhya Pradesh, um, to engage more effectively with ASEAN and broader regional value chains. This year is particularly special as Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Thailand during the BIMSTEC summit marked the elevation of our bilateral ties to a strategic partnership. We are eager to shape the future of this partnership together, and we want Madhya Pradesh to be an integral part of this journey. There are several areas where we can advance cooperation immediately. In trade, Thailand stands ready to support Madhya Pradesh in expanding exports of agricultural products, pharmaceuticals, textiles, and engineering goods through buyer-seller interactions, business matching, as the principal secretary already mentioned. And we would like to participate in your trade fairs. In tourism, Bhopal's proximity to Sanchi and other Buddhist heritage sites makes Madhya Pradesh especially meaning for Thai travelers, and we would like to include you to the Buddhist circuit travel. We look forward to working on joint promotion, digital outreach, and, of course, tourism training. In education and skills, partnerships between universities of Thailand and Madhya Pradesh, vocational institutes, and hospitality schools can deepen people-to-people ties and support long-term development. In short, the transformation of Madhya Pradesh logistic ecosystem is not just about infrastructure. It is about the opportunity to co-invest, co-produce, and co-export, creating safer, smarter, and more resilient supply chains for both of our nations. Finally, I'm glad to say that I see great potentials between Thailand and Madhya Pradesh as we strive to move forward and become more strategic partner. The Chamber of Commerce can play a vital role in connecting us closer. And as the ambassador of Thailand to India, along with the Royal Thai Consulate General in Mumbai, which covers Madhya Pradesh, I'm committed to being a strong bridge to connect Madhya Pradesh to Thailand. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I now invite Mr. Yudho Sasongko, Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of Indonesia, to share his country's perspective on ASEAN-MP partnership.
Thank you very much. Honorable Principal Secretary Sri Raghvendra Kumar Singh, Honorable Senior Government Officials of Madhya Pradesh, as well as Additional Secretary Sri Prasan Agrawal of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Excellencies, Head of Missions of ASEAN and representatives of ASEAN, distinguished participants, good afternoon, namaskar. At the outset, allow me first of all to convey our highest appreciation for the very warm welcome to us, as well as the presentation of Madhya Pradesh and its tremendous potential. I wish to begin by referring to the India-Indonesia joint statement of the state visit of President Prabowo Subianto earlier this year in January, where the President attended the celebration of the 76th Republic Day of India as the chief guest. In the joint statement, we identify several areas that both leaders were committed to strengthen further, and we try to connect this with the potential that Madhya Pradesh offers. Among them are, first of all, the food security, including food processing. In the past several months, we have had delegation from Indonesia coming to India to discuss this particular matters, food processing and food distribution in India, which we learn a lot from. The second area is the health and pharmaceuticals. The third area is renewable energy, as both nations, India and Indonesia, are committed to energy transition to a greener and more clean energy. The next area is manufacturing, with special emphasis on textiles. And last but not least, tourism, cultural, and heritage cooperation. Allow me to also add that today, India is Indonesia's sixth largest trading partner, with bilateral trade surpassing $29 billion. We also believe that strengthening business-to-business ties serve as an important pathway to translate our economic potentials into practical joint collaboration. As a recent example, I'd like to mention that during the Trade Expo Indonesia just last month, business transaction commitment from Indian companies reached $4.3 billion. This is the highest among any other participants from countries participating in the Trade Expo. And I'd like to mention also that we highly value the presence of 11 delegations from Madhya Pradesh Chamber of Commerce in that Trade Expo. And we expect for increasing participation from Madhya Pradesh in the next Expo next year. In short, we at the Embassy of Indonesia looks forward to facilitating and supporting initiatives that brings Madhya Pradesh, Indonesia, and our region in ASEAN for a closer and more meaningful collaboration. I thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. Sayafi Al-Wali Pengiran Abu Bakar, Second Secretary High Commission of Brunei Darussalam, to share his views.
Good afternoon and namaskar, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors and High Commissioners, senior officials from the Government of India and Government of Madhya Pradesh, colleagues and esteemed participants of this dialogue. On behalf of the High Commission of Brunei Darussalam, allow me to begin by expressing sincere appreciation to the Government of India, particularly the MEA, and the Government of Madhya Pradesh for the warm hospitality and excellent arrangements extended to the ASEAN delegation on this visit. I also take this opportunity to congratulate Dato' Muzaffar, High Commissioner of Malaysia, and his team for organizing this visit. It is indeed a pleasure to be here and engage directly with one of India's most dynamic and forward-looking states. Madhya Pradesh is indeed a remarkable state rich in history, culture, and natural beauty. Endowed with strong economic fundamentals, its strategic location and expanding industrial ecosystem position it as an emerging partner in ASEAN and Brunei's efforts to deepen economic ties with India. Over the past 5 years, bilateral trade between Brunei and India has averaged around USD 300 million annually, driven primarily by Brunei's exports of oil and gas products to India. While the current volume remains modest compared to India's trade with other ASEAN economies, there is potential for further growth. Our bilateral relations gain renewed momentum following Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi's historic visit to Brunei in September last year. during which our ties were elevated to an enhanced partnership. This milestone has provided clear strategic direction for deepening cooperation, particularly in the economic domain. Key areas of the visit include energy cooperation, with discussions on long-term LNG arrangements and downstream collaboration, connectivity, especially following the establishment of direct flights between Bandar Seri Begawan and Chennai in November last year, closer cooperation in ICT, space, and advanced technologies, especially considering that Brunei hosts one of ISRO's TTC stations in Southeast Asia. These outcomes form a strong guiding framework for further expanding India-Brunei economic engagement with Madhya Pradesh as a central player, especially taking into account the state's growing role as an investment destination. At the same time, Brunei also welcomes FDI from countries including India as part of our efforts to diversify our economy beyond oil and gas. We are particularly focused on attracting investments in priority sectors of downstream oil and gas, food and agriculture, especially in the halal sector, tourism, and manufacturing. In this regard, we see significant synergies between Brunei's diversification efforts and Madhya Pradesh's areas of strength, particularly in food and agro-processing, renewable energy, and tourism development. These complementarities provide a strong basis for exploring practical cooperation and further partnerships. On that note, I look forward to the engagements in the remainder of this trip, to exploring these potential synergies, and to identifying concrete avenues of collaboration and further strengthening relations between Brunei, India, and the wider ASEAN region. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward, we have our partners from industry, the various entrepreneurs and export promotion councils. I would just request the names that are being taken to restrict their address, preferably to a duration of 1 minute, because our lunch has already been delayed and the delegation of ASEAN is supposed to move to Bhimbetka next. You've heard the different ASEAN nations and the potential that these countries offer to us. So now I would first like to invite Mr. C.P. Sharma, Chairman Daulat Ram Engineering, to make his brief remarks and to please avoid any repetitive points that have already been covered, sir.
His Excellency Dato Muzaffar Shah Mustafa, High Commissioner of Madhya Pradesh, Malaysia to India, Chair ASEAN, Excellencies, Mr. Raghavendra Singh, Principal Secretary, Government to Madhya Pradesh, Shri Prashant Agrawal ji, Additional Secretary.
शर्मा जी वो छोड़ के आगे बढ़े वो क्योंकि otherwise मैंने वो
I am honored to extend a warm welcome to as distinguished representative of ASEAN nations, respected dignitaries and esteemed members of the business community. Your presence today shows our shared commitment to deepening economic and industrial partnership. This forum serves as a vital platform for collaboration, innovation, and creating sustainable growth opportunities. Allow me to introduce our organization. Daulat Ram Engineering Services Limited is a leading Indian engineering company specializing in railway traction equipment, braking system for railways, AC and DC motors, air conditioning system for passenger coaches for railways, metros, and heavy industrial applications. With a strong focus on innovation and sustainability, the company serves major locomotive manufacturers and urban mobility projects. Our products are listed globally with export to the regions including the USA and other international markets, supporting rail and heavy equipment sectors. Through advanced technology and quality-driven solutions, Daulat Ram continues to strengthen India's industrial footprints while fostering global partnerships for sustainable transportation and infrastructure development. We foresee substantial opportunities for collaboration with ASEAN nations in skill development, advancing sustainable manufacturing practices, technology transfers, joint ventures, regulatory alignment to expedite product approvals. Together, we can create a robust ecosystem that delivers quality and accessibility across sectors. Thank you for this opportunity. We look forward to your meaningful collaboration. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma. Next, Mr. Mihir Merchant, Joint Chief Executive Officer, Parmali Wallace.
Good afternoon, Their Excellencies, the senior officers from the Government of India and MP, and my friends from the industry. First of all, a very warm welcome to Madhya Pradesh to all of you. So, I mean, a lot has been discussed, so I'll straight away, go to what we do. So, I represent Parmali Wallace Private Limited, which is a 65-year-old company, which has its manufacturing operations in and around Bhopal across 4 plants. We are into specialized non-metallic materials which are used for a wide range of industrial sectors. We predominantly work with the power equipment industry, oil and gas, rail and metro, and many other critical sectors. And we are currently working in more than 25 to 30 countries. Here, I would like to add that we extensively work in the ASEAN region. For your information, we already have a representative office in Malaysia, just on outskirts of KL at Kepong. Our company was one of the first suppliers when KTMB was setting up its rail network way back in the 70s. And again, we have done so in the last few years when the east to west and north to south lines were done. So we've supplied critical track components. We are regularly working with TNB's various manufacturing companies, especially transformers, etc. Apart from Malaysia, of course, we are also working regularly in Singapore, Vietnam, and Indonesia. So we are, and Thailand, of course. Sorry, I forgot that. So what I wanted to say that as a manufacturing company here, I mean, we are open to collaborations with any kind of other manufacturing companies across the regions. I mean, since we already have a foothold in the market, and we look forward to, again, all kinds of cooperation, be it, I mean, as I said, we do make the critical components, but we also are open to, any kind of cooperation that would come across. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we would like to hear Ms. Ishita Modi, Executive Director, Elisco Surgi Pharma.
Good afternoon to all distinguished dignitaries, ambassadors, government representative, and participants. I'm Ishita Modi, an entrepreneur from Madhya Pradesh and the director of Elisco Surgi Pharma Private Limited. At Elisco, we manufacture nitrile examination glove and are proud to be the first in Central India and the only 5th country in India to do so. And this product has recently started in India from ASEAN countries itself. Our technical foundation has been built through close collaboration with our support teams in Malaysia and Thailand, who have guided us in supporting best practices. As ASEAN alone accounts for around 60% of the global disposable glove production and other medical devices, representing decades of unmatched expertise in the medical device sector. In today's session, I hope to explore how a company like ours can further deepen the cooperation with ASEAN partner, where technical knowledge exchange, raw material sourcing under the ASEAN-India Free Trade Agreement, joint R&D and co-investment opportunities can be explored. Madhya Pradesh is a strong positioning itself as a future hub for medical devices. Supported by the progressive industrial policy is the fastest growing ecosystem. With its strong policy framework and ASEAN's deep sectoral experience, I believe there is an immense potential for mutually beneficial partnership that can not only serve just India, but the global healthcare market. We look forward to building more meaningful and sustainable business ties with ASEAN member states and working together to expand medical device value chain in Madhya Pradesh. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite Mr. Himanshu Jain, Chairman, Prestige Group.
Respected ASEAN Head of Mission, Your Excellencies, CS Shri Anurag Ji, Principal Secretary Shri Raghavendra Ji, Additional Secretary Shri Prashant Agarwal Ji, Managing Director MPIDC Shri Chandra Mauli Shukla Ji, distinguished government leaders, industry captains and friends, Namaste and a very good afternoon. I am Himanshu Jain, Chairman, Prestige Group. In next couple of minutes, I'll share who we are, what we do and how can we be your trusted partners in India. Prestige began in 1977 with my grandfather, Padma Shri Dr. N.N. Jain, founded a small cattle feed mill. 50 years now, we are Central India's largest agri-processing and manufacturing group, exporting to over 40 countries. We process nearly 300,000 metric tons of soybean and oilseed yearly, run 100,000 metric ton of wheat flour milling, manufacture about 500,000 LPG cylinders for oil companies, and offer consumer food products like edible oil, wheat flour, semolina, and texturized soya protein under our Prestige brand. Alongside industry, we operate a robust private education ecosystem, Prestige Institute of Management and Research, and its 10 entities across Indore, Gwalior, Bhopal, and Devas, with 13,000 students and 57,000 alumni globally. We are accredited with NAC A++, which is amongst highest accreditation that we can get in India. It stands as a beacon of excellence, ranked among top Indian B schools. It's an autonomous institute offering various programs in management, law, liberal arts, engineering, pharmacy, and computer applications. It emphasizes on experiential learning from faculties with industry backgrounds, student-led clubs, build leadership, while the Atal Incubation Centers, which is promoted by Atal Incubation Mission under Government of India Niti Aayog, it transforms idea into startups, fostering entrepreneurs in a supportive ecosystem. We are also proud of our new $50 million greenfield project, Prestige University, which offers a world-class campus spanning 35 acres. Its first phase is now complete, boasting state-of-the-art amenities and a building that has won multiple international awards and accolades, including Architects A+ Award from New York and the World Architecture Community Award from the UK, amongst many others. Last but not the least is our startup Soaring Aerotech Private Limited, born from Prestige Institute of Engineering, Management and Research. It is redefining drone tech as a customized solution provider, assembling parts into innovative prototypes. As a DGCA approved RPTO, we have trained over 200 pilots nationwide, including women's via the Namo Drone Didi scheme and officials from police, forest, revenue and agriculture sectors. We have empaneled with NHAI for high resolution drone imagery across many states including Madhya Pradesh, for precision agriculture with NDVI mapping, FPV drones for farmers and yield optimization, to thermographic inspection for solar farms and high voltage substations that prevent blackouts worth millions. AI surveillance for smart cities to disaster response like our Tatpar drone initiative for emergency efficiency. We have pioneered indigenous payload system for dropping food package, medical supplies and tear gas for security. Backed with Prestige Group's 3,000 crore legacy, we are not just a startup, we are a Madhya Pradesh rising force in India's drone revolution, ready to co-create, co-manufacture and co-deploy with partners across ASEAN and beyond. So here is what we can do together. First, food and protein innovation. We are ready to set up a joint R&D, co-manufacture for soya protein isolates, TVP, fortified foods, herbal nutraceuticals. ASEAN, your markets are booming with plant-based and functional foods, so we can join hands on these lines. Halal certified value-added products, as mentioned, we can develop and supply halal certified soy protein, edible oil blends, and ready to use ingredients at scale from day one. Drone technology, already mentioned, we are looking for manufacturing with foreign collaborations and tie-ups. Education collaboration, we can do Prestige Institute as they are eagerly waiting for faculty exchange. Joint executive programs, student internship with universities in ASEAN. We can build ASEAN-focused modules for cultural negotiation and business leadership. We are not here to ask for any favors. We are here to offer ready capacity, factories, laboratories, certification, a talent pipeline, and a 50-year reputation of keeping promises. Let's start small and scale fast. Maybe a pilot project, a joint product, a training batch, or a MOU in the next 3 months. Prestige Group is ready to be your trusted Indian partner. From farm to fork, or from classroom to boardroom, or from India, Madhya Pradesh to ASEAN. Thank you very much. Terima kasih, Kapun Kab, Kamon, Salamat Po. I am looking forward for shaking hands and starting something real today. Thank you.
Thank you. I now invite Mr. Sandeep Narula, Chairman, Electronics and Software Export Promotion Council. Again, reiterating a request to please limit your address to 1 minute, please, sir.
Respected officials, excellencies, distinguished guests, namaskar. It is an honor to be here participating in this very important dialogue on behalf of Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council. Today, India is not merely participating in the global supply chain. In fact, we are restructuring them. And ASEAN, in this transformation, is not our neighbor. ASEAN is an important extension, is a partner. Talking of our specific sectors, electronics and software, the electronic vertical is growing at a rapid pace and likely to be about $5.5 trillion in next 3 years. Digital trade is growing much faster at almost double the pace. So with so much happening in these two verticals, how do we share this growth journey? India and ASEAN share a unique complementarity. India's design and engineering strength and ASEAN's manufacturing depth. India's software leadership and ASEAN's logistics capabilities and proximity. I would like to cut short and simply set the goal of this dialogue. Our goal of this dialogue should be simple. Build trusted, co-created, innovation-linked value chains, not just supply chains. If we align India's electronic design and software innovation with ASEAN's market access and production pathways, we can create a globally competitive corridor that the world can depend on, especially in a period where resilience, transparency, and traceability are global priorities. I'm confident today's discussion will help us take decisive steps towards that shared future. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you. Now I request Mr. Raman Datta, Chairman, Brands and Sourcing Leaders Association, to share his views.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to speaking here. I represent an association of brands and sourcing leaders of all international brands of lifestyle, clothing, hearing and wearing. International brands having offices in India, their CEOs, and Indian brands on the large scale. So when I'm talking about brands, brands are the biggest soft power. Like Zara is known and it spreads the word of Spain. McDonald's speaks about US. So I have three suggestions to make. We should exchange soft powers for manufacturing, for looking at Malaysian, Thai, Vietnamese brand to sell in India and Indian brands to sell in ASEAN countries. So I propose a ASEAN lifestyle and fashion summit to happen in respective countries where we should talking about each other brands to be sold in these countries. That's one. Second is there are excellence in countries like Vietnam, and MP Madhya Pradesh is promoting technical textile in a big way. And we can have collaboration in technology collaborations to Indian manufacturers, and we can give a larger manufacturing basis in India for Vietnamese companies as well as Thai companies in India. So these are the two very important factors, and we should definitely try to create activities and roadmaps. Our Prime Minister is very aggressive and very fast, so I request Madhya Pradesh government to take the initiative of bringing specific textile and fashion leaders to Madhya Pradesh for transformation of technologies. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Datta, for putting across such pointed suggestions. Next, I invite Ms. Kuhu Sharma, CII Young Indians Chair, Bhopal.
Good afternoon. I am highly privileged to be a part of this gathering, and I'm from Daulatram Engineering. My company has already been introduced by the managing director, who also happens to be my father-in-law and my guiding factor. He is also my mentor in my personal and professional life. And Daulatram Engineering has also spread its wings across various countries like US, Russia, but Asian countries are still unexplored, and we would be happy to work with you all. Apart from that, I am also representing Young Indians, which is the youth body of CII, and I am happy to share that with you as the major guiding factors, we can arrange various industry exchange programs, because we have a number of young entrepreneurs, and we can be the channel who can actually deliver your company's policies, your suggestions, and your innovative ideas through the Indian entrepreneurs, which are actually the young minds and appreciated all along the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, I request Mr. K. Rajabhanu, Director General, Pharmexil, to make his address.
Thank you so much. Namaskar. In the interest of time and the paucity of time, I'll be skipping all the pleasantries. In fact, in the cricket also, the last batsman has a job on hand to finish it in a style and also complete it for the country. I think I'll take the spirit of Kranti Gaud, the daughter of Madhya Pradesh, and in fact, I think that will give me the strength to complete this job. In fact, Excellency Chair for ASEAN and all the excellencies who are present over here, I'm Rajbhanu, Director General, Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council of India under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. In fact, our mandate is to promote the exports of the Indian pharmaceutical sector. As you all know that the Indian pharmaceutical sector is one of the biggest one, almost like around, we have around 10,000 units, 3,500 companies, supplying almost a sector of around $57 billion and exporting, almost more than half of it's around 30 billion USD in this financial year, around 30.46, and we are known as pharmacy of the world. And in fact, in that way, I think the industry has just a cornerstones of our national economy. Not only that, and it is a testament of our innovations, our resilience, and our commitment to the affordability for the global healthcare. And you all know that the USP of our Indian pharmaceutical products are the quality and affordability and also the scalability. I think in that sense, I think the way we could able to produce. In that sense, even Madhya Pradesh is a part and parcel of that one. As we all know that the top 10 exporters, Madhya Pradesh stands 5th in this country and almost supplying almost like $2 billion to almost like 160 countries, which is already mentioned. I don't want to get into the details of how many of those companies which are already there. I think the entire ecosystem has been mentioned by the Chief Secretary and Principal Secretaries from the government of Madhya Pradesh. What I could try to mention clearly is that in the ASEAN countries and all around the trade which has been done, and it is, I think, for the past exports is around, I think, 1.7 billion to the ASEAN. But the ASEAN market, pharmaceutical market, is around 15 billions. So I think clearly there is a tremendous scope for these exports from this part of the country. And of course, Madhya Pradesh has already exported around 1.7 billions, almost contributing, as I said, that 6% of its exports and standing 5th. And let me tell you to the August gathering that I'm now a facilitator, but for 30 years I was into the regulations of the drugs in this country. So I can watch for the kind of industry what it is in Madhya Pradesh. I think the kind of industry which we have, and I think the biggest, the names which you can say and which you can think of in this country, that the top 10 companies which are there in the top 25 exporters in the world are having their plants over here and their subsidiaries over here, like what we call Cipla, Glenmark, Mylan, Lupin, Torrent, Ipca, I think DRL, any of those things and all. And from here, what I could try to project is that India is now going into the next curve of it, not just simply generic supplying 20% of the world, but it is want to grow in the market of biosimilars, complex generics, personalized medicines, and all those things and all. And I'm sure that the next era for the patient care is in the biopharmaceuticals. And many of those speakers from the excellencies have already mentioned shown interest that these are the products which are of interest for their country. And I'm sure that ASEAN countries will certainly will think of a state like Madhya Pradesh, which is having the technical prowess and the technical capabilities for this one, and otherwise also in the other parts of the country. And certainly there will be a win-win situations for both the ASEAN countries as well as the country as well as the Madhya Pradesh. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity. And one last thing, I think I'm so heartening to say that one of our biggest flagship program for the country is International Exhibition of Pharma and Healthcare. In this year, I think from the ASEAN countries, one of the biggest contingent of 85 delegates have come. And I'm sure for the next year, this year also, I think they can come and have a B2B kind of a things and understand the technical prowess of this nation, the technical skills which you have, and in the long run, the kind of products which they are looking for. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you. Now I invite Mr. Ayush Goswami, COO, Hind Pharma.
Good afternoon and greetings to all dignitaries and officials. I represent Hind Pharma, an export-oriented unit established in 1977, 48 years old now, and currently exporting to more than 65 countries worldwide. With ASEAN, we are looking forward to a closer cooperation in pharmaceuticals registration process so that we can have faster registrations and growth and partnerships in a business, and forward more sharing of pharma knowledge and technology. His Excellency Dato Muzaffar Shah Mustafa, we are happy to share that we are working in close coordination with the WHO and Red Crescent Head Office in Cyberjalan, Malaysia, and have been supplying to several regions in ASEAN for disaster relief support for the past 10 years. I second our Chief Secretary's statement that investment in Madhya Pradesh is very easy. In fact, our recent investment, we did it sitting on a laptop on an airport. So we welcome you all to partner and invest with us in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Thank you.
Thank you. In this series, I would like to now invite our last speaker, Mr. Rakesh Chand Sharma, General Manager, ITPO.
Good afternoon to all of you. Sir, ITPO is a public sector undertaking under the Ministry of Commerce and Industries. And as we know, since it is in its name, it promotes trade inside the country and outside the country. Bharat Mandapam is owned by ITPO, and which is a state-of-the-art facility in India in MICE sector for this business meetings, conventions, and exhibitions. Every year it hosts around 100+ exhibitions, business exhibitions, and provides platform to the industry and businesses community for the discussion, networking, and exhibitions. Right now, International Trade Fair is taking place, and so many exhibitors from the Thailand are participating in it. Madhya Pradesh state is also participating in it. ITPO also mobilizes trade community to participate in foreign fairs also, and facilitates the exhibitors to showcase their strength and products there. Right now, ITPO is also having discussion with the states to promote this MICE sector or to develop MICE in front of states. And right now, we are also in discussion with government of Madhya Pradesh for signing an MOU to develop a MICE infra in the states. Thank you.
Thank you. Distinguished participants, over the last 2 hours, we have had a rich substantive dialogue. We heard ASEAN's priorities and India's capabilities, and specifically the capabilities that Madhya Pradesh has to offer. We identified barriers and discussed solutions. We proposed partnerships and institutional mechanisms to reach our goals. As we now come to the end of this session of ours, I now invite Shri Mahesh Panjwani, Vice Chair CII, to deliver vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mahesh Panjwani. I'm Managing Director, Hers Transport Private Limited. It's my distinguished privilege as Vice Chairman of CII Bhopal Zone to deliver the vote of thanks for the successful conclusion of this Asean-Madhya Pradesh Strategic Dialogue on Trade and Investment. A special thank you to the distinguished ASEAN delegation for being with us today. Your presence reflects our shared commitment to deeper collaboration, and we truly appreciate the insights and energy you brought to this dialogue. Our sincere thanks to the government of Madhya Pradesh, represented by Mr. Anurag Jain, Mr. Raghvendra Singh, and Mr. Chandramouli Shukla, and your team. Your support and vision are critical in fostering this platform. We also extend our thanks to the esteemed members of the business community who participated today and making this a vital platform for a collaboration, innovation, and creating sustainable growth opportunities. So key takeaways and commitment, I think already the business community has already shared with you, would skip over it. And then finally, the knowledge with the conversation started today will surely translate into a meaningful collaboration in future. And I once again thank you, all of you, for your gracious presence to this afternoon. Thank you.
So as we close this session, I now request everyone to please proceed for lunch. Thank you. I request all participants to first come on the stage. We'll have a group photograph first, and then we'll proceed for lunch. The lunch is served in the front lawn area. Thank you.